Ciao, what is good, guys? It is your boy AlsoTeeko, and we are back on this block today. And today I have a very fun video for us. We are talking all about Star Wars live action, and I will be giving a tier list of how I feel about each and every live action piece of Star Wars multimedia. Now, to preface, this does not include Ahsoka because Ahsoka is only 2 episodes in, and I don't want to judge a book before I finish it. So this is only going to be including Star Wars episodes 1 through 9, the 2 individual movies that go within the Skywalker saga, and the live action television shows that we've gotten up to this point. If you guys go on to like this video, drop a like-ski, manike-ski from Death Star range. And without further ado, let's get right into today's video. All right, so this is the tier list that we are rocking with. We've got Dumb Lit, Pretty Sweet, I mean, it's all right, I guess, Mid AF, Dog Water, and Hot Tub Streamers rocking the bottom of the barrel. To kick it off, we have got The Last Jedi. And The Last Jedi, and we're gonna rank these by 3 categories: visuals, character work, and story. The Last Jedi has maybe the greatest visuals of any Star Wars film, so we're going S tier visuals. Character work, we're going F. And story, we're going D. So if we're here if we're in the middle, this is where we'd be at, right? Dead in the middle. The D puts us, I want to say, a mid AF minus or a D plus. I'm gonna say C minus. I'm gonna say C minus, just because it is that visually appealing. You know, it gets carried up a lot. But let's have a gander. You know, GPAs exist for a reason. If we have a, what, 4 3, it'd be 5 4 3 2 1 0. So we have 5 plus 1 divided by 6 averages at a 2. So it would be a C. It is mid AF. Like, solid movie, but just mid AF. Then we have The Force Awakens, which I feel like the character work is better. I'd still say not as great character work, but still really good character work. I'm gonna say it's all right, I guess, for character work. So B for character. I'll say I'm gonna put it in B. I think it's B across the board. I think visuals are probably an A, but for the story and for the characters, I'm gonna say B. So that would be 3 3 4, about what, 3 1/3. So we round it down to a B. Okay, Solo. Character work, I'm gonna go ahead and say is a B. Story, I'm gonna say is an A. And visuals, I'm gonna say for Solo, it's a pretty dark movie, pretty gray movie. I'm gonna say a B. So exact same score as The Force Awakens. Now we've got Attack of the Clones, which is another really controversial movie. Character work, I'm gonna go with an S. I think there's so much character in this film. There's so many arcs that are happening, that are unfolding. Story, I'm gonna go with an A. And visuals, I'm gonna go with an A. So this puts it in pretty sweet. Because there's, I'm gonna go S for visuals, because Camino, bro. You have Camino. There's so many places that you're at in this movie. Where do we start off in Attack of the Clones? Where do we begin? We begin on Coruscant. There's the Coruscant, like, slums. There's a bar. Annie takes Padme to Naboo. You get to see Naboo. I'm gonna say an S. I really like the movie. I really like the movie. Revenge of the Sith, S tier all around. One of the best movies I've ever seen. Return of the Jedi. Now this one, story is an S. The characters are an S. The visuals, you could argue between an S and an A. I'll be honest and give it an A. So I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put it right in between. On par with Attack of the Clones. And Attack of the Clones, great movie. Now it looks like we have ourselves Empire Strikes Back. And we talked about this movie a lot on the podcast. There's something different about this movie that sets it apart from the other ones, because you are just in, there's so many, like, it's so beautiful. I'm gonna say that this one is a triple S, on par with Revenge of the Sith. Then we've got ourselves episode 1, The Phantom Menace, which, man, characters, S for sure. Maybe A. I mean, you could argue A for characters. I'll say A for characters, just so I'm being not giving everything S tier. Story, I'll say, man, it's tough. Story, I'll say A. And visuals, I'll say A. I love this movie, though. And I feel like I'm being really harsh putting it in A tier. We've got ourselves... This is Force Awakens. Okay, this is... Here we go. I thought this was Force Awakens. Because the poster... This is The Rise of Skywalker. Visuals are an S. Story... I'll say is... Story is a C. Characters, I'll say, is an A. So that's what? 5 plus 4 plus 2. We got to go to the GPA for this one. 3.66. So this is going to average at an A. It was my favorite of the sequels. I really did enjoy it. Visually, good God, it's beautiful. Man. Now, I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. We've got ourselves A New Hope, which visually, I'm gonna give it a C. Story, I'm going to give it a S, and character, I'm going to give it an S. Which I think with 5 plus 5 plus 2 over 3 takes it to an A. So this makes it on par with The Phantom Menace. Rogue One, baby! The film that everyone forgets about, but it's the film I'll never forget about because it is, in my eyes, one of the greatest films of all time. Plain and simple. I think visually it's an S. Story is an S. Characters are an S. It's a beautiful film. It is a beautiful film, and after Andor, I have so much more appreciation towards it. So there are our 11 movies ranked in order. Let me know what you guys think about them. We have them graded 5.0, 5.0, 5.0, 4.66, 4.66, 4.0, 4.0, 3.66, 3.33, 3, and a 2.0. Let me know how you guys have them in the comment section below. And now it is time for our television shows. Yes, our television shows. Andor is a perfect television show. 5.0. S tier, S tier, S tier. Visuals, character, story, S tier, S tier, S tier. Easy. Easy. No ifs, ands, or buts. Are you kidding me? Now, we have ourselves Obi-Wan Kenobi. Story. Writing. I'm giving it a F. Characters, I'm gonna give a. And visuals, I'm gonna give an A. So that leaves us at a 2.66, which is all right, I guess, but at the bottom, then we've got ourselves season 1 of The Mandalorian. Man. Character-wise, I'm gonna give it an A. Story-wise, I'm going to give it an A. And visuals, I'm gonna give it an S. So 3.33. I think that's a pretty fair assessment, right? Mandalorian season 2. I'm gonna give it an S for the characters. I'm gonna give it an S for the story, and I'm gonna give it visually, I'm gonna give it an S as well. I think season 2 of Mando was, it's funny, it's worse than Andor, but it's still like, what more can you ask for it? Book of Boba Fett. Visually, I'm gonna work this one backwards. Visually, I'm gonna give this one a B, because apart from the Mando episode and the Luke episode, you really didn't leave Tatooine. So even that, I gotta be honest, give it a C, because it was Tatooine the whole time. I gotta give it a C. Story, I'll give a B. And character, I'll give a B. because I did enjoy the Tusken chapter, but I feel like I gotta retract the story. I gotta give a D. I really only liked the Tusken chapter. I didn't really care about his revenge tour with the Pike Syndicate. Because it did lead to that. It did lead to that standoff, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I just didn't enjoy it. So, B for the character work is a 3, 2, and a 1. Ends it at a 2, so mid AF, on par with The Last Jedi. And then you have Mandalorian Season 3. Story 1. Character 1. Yeah, story, I gotta say F story, because it really didn't do anything. Character work D-, D. And visuals, I'll say the worst visuals from any of the Mandalorians. So I'll say B for visuals. Lizzo automatic F, says Van Seal, 100%. So with what, dog water and visuals over 3, 1.33, that is a D. And you know what, that is fair. It is fair that Mandalorian Season 3 is the worst bit of Star Wars media that we've had. That's, in my estimations, the most fair tier list that I've done. I'm not going to move anything, and that is the tier list. We've got, in order, Revenge of the Sith, Empire Strikes Back, Rogue One, Andor, The Mandalorian Season 2, Return of the Jedi, Attack of the Clones, The Phantom Menace, A New Hope, The Last Skywalker, The Mandalorian Season 1, The Force Awakens, Solo, a Star Wars film, Obi-Wan Kenobi, The Last Jedi, Book of Boba Fett, and The Mandalorian Season 3. That is every live-action Star Wars ranked accordingly. Let me know what yours looks like in the comment section below. I will have the link to this tier list in the comments, and feel free to flood them in my Discord. Feel free to join the Discord. Link is also in the description. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me everywhere at AlsoTeeko. And with peace, knowledge, and serenity, may the Force be with you, because I am Audi 500. Peace.